everyone, welcome back. Today we're interviewing the AI again about all your burning questions about Twilight.
The AI?
The II.
Wait, you put the II right there.
Okay. Okay, so our first question is, what do you think is the most cringeworthy Edward quote?
There's so many to choose from. So I'll have a top 10 list.
One of the worst, or most cringeworthy, Edward quotes in Twilight is, "You are my life now." While it's meant to be romantic, it comes across as possessive and overly intense, especially considering how quickly their relationship develops. It implies an unhealthy level of dependence, where Edward's entire existence seems to hinge on Bella, which can be seen as problematic rather than romantic. The line highlights some of the issues in their dynamic, where boundaries and emotional independence are often blurred.
I'm just laughing because this picture is so intense, as she says, and boundaries are blurred. There's no boundaries. Like, what is he doing? He's like, I'm going to jot down everything you do.
Stalker! Oh my god, yeah. Bella deserves better. Right?
Yeah.
Right, you agree with me, right, AI?
What do you think, AI? Does she deserve better?
Oh!
Yes, Bella could deserve better in many ways. While her love for Edward is central to Twilight, their relationship has several concerning aspects.
Oh!
Edward's overprotective and controlling behavior, like watching her sleep without her knowledge or trying to make decisions for her, raises red flags. Bella often sacrifices her personal identity and safety for Edward, while her friends and family are sidelined in the process. A healthier relationship would involve more balance, independence, and mutual respect, where Bella wouldn't need to give up so much of herself.
Like her humanity.
Yeah.
Although that was Bella's decision.
Yeah, she desperately wanted it. He didn't want that for her.
Just look at this picture. It gets worse. It's worse the longer you look at it.
I'm sorry, but I had to use this. It's a bit of a throwback to our days of our earlier videos where we had like really, really badly drawn AI stuff and you had to guess what it is. Do you know what this is meant to be?
No.
It's Edward watching Bella sleep.
God. Ugh.
Edward smothering. Yeah. It's like Edward smothering Bella, which I thought was pretty apt. But anyway, don't worry. The next few pictures are much better. What's our next question?
I don't know. You've written it down.
Yeah. So apparently there's a bit of a debate about whether Renesmee grows up. So what's the deal with that?
The confusion about whether Renesmee grows up stems from her unique half-vampire, half-human nature. In Breaking Dawn, it's mentioned that she ages rapidly as a child but will reach full physical maturity by around 7 years old, appearing as a young adult. After that, it's implied that her aging process will slow down or stop, similar to how vampires remain physically unchanged.
She basically grows until she doesn't.
Well, that's just weird, isn't it? Like, humans grow until...
They die?
Yeah, you're right. They grow until maturity and they don't really... I mean, they do continue to change, but they don't necessarily continue to develop. They actually just grow to a certain point and then start to...
They develop wrinkles.
Yeah, that's called aging, and it's the opposite of developing, really, isn't it? It's like undeveloping. What do you call it?
Well, I mean, that would imply that babies are born wrinkly with white hair.
What do you mean?
You're implying that aging is the opposite of developing.
Well, I'm implying that aging is the breakdown of the good functioning of the body. After a certain point, it all just goes downhill. Like, basically from 25, your body starts to go downhill.
Yeah.
So I guess you're not aging. No, you are. You're aging. You're not growing up, but you're aging. So she grows up, and then she hits a certain point where she would then start to age, and she doesn't age anymore, maybe?
Yeah.
Well, what do you think, AI?
In my opinion, Renesmee does not continue to grow after reaching her full maturity. Like vampires, her physical aging stops once she reaches her adult form, leaving her immortal at that stage.
What does she mean, like vampires? They don't physically age at all.
I wanted you to ask the AI if vampires need haircuts.
I forgot! Can you remind me?
And do they clip their nails?
Yeah. Okay, so moving on.
Jacob is to Bella as...
Jacob is to Bella as a sun is to the earth, always present, radiating warmth, and offering stability and life. While Edward is mysterious and distant, Jacob is the reliable force that brings comfort and grounding in her world. Though their paths diverge, Jacob remains a steady source of strength and warmth in Bella's life.
Is the sun and the earth diverging?
No, what kind of question is that? I'm so tired, I can't figure out what even that means. I do get that he's the sun to her earth. Like, what would the earth even be without the sun? You need the warmth of the sun to sustain life.
Create waves in the ocean.
No, hang on, there's the moon.
That's tides.
Yeah. Doesn't the moon... Okay, it's too much.
Isn't there a difference between tides and waves? Tides are created by the moon and waves are created by gravity?
And that's created by the sun?
I don't know.
I'm
I'm tired.
We need to go to bed. Let's move on. Bella is to Jacob as...
Earth is to the sun.
Bella is to Jacob as the moon is to the tides. She constantly pulls him in, influencing his emotions and actions, even when she doesn't intend to. Jacob is deeply affected by Bella's presence, and his feelings for her shape many of his decisions, just as the moon controls the ocean's movements. Despite the push and pull between them, Bella remains a powerful force in Jacob's life, even when she ultimately chooses someone else.
Yeah, sorry about the laughter. It was very lovely what she
Look
was saying.
at his nose!
And they're both, like, coming out of the sand somehow.
It looks like they're making like a TikTok together and they're in front of a green screen.
Yeah.
And they didn't cut themselves in properly.
Yeah, it's so funny. I got a lot of good stuff from the AI this week.
Yeah.
The pictures was hilarious. But yes, so if you have any questions for the AI, pop them down below and I'll try and remember to put them in there. Like next week we'll hopefully remember to ask, do vampires cut their hair or their fingernails? Anyway,
And
yes.
I forgot. Do they brush their teeth after blood? Do they ever catch colds? Do they have to blow their nose for allergies? Do they cough?
I don't think so. But the teeth brushing is a
But
good question.
they breathe out of habit. So if they breathe out of habit and they breathe in a bunch of like coal or something, wouldn't they have to that out?
Yes, maybe. They might have to cough about coal, but probably not about viruses.
What would happen?
Anyway, look, save this for once we have the AI answer.
What you tapping my belly for?
Because I want you to shut up. Thank you for watching. Please click like and subscribe and leave your comments and questions below. We'll try and put some of them in next week.